So for the next one, we're gonna skip to question 16 because the rest of them we have not gotten to that material yet. So for 16 it says, as theta increases from negative pi over 2 to 0 radians, the value of cos theta will be what? Okay, well first off, we need to realize that we're going from negative pi over 2 to 0 radians. Okay, now we know a lot more about degrees than we do radians. So first thing I'm gonna do is change these into degrees. So if we remember, to change from a radian to a degree, we're gonna multiply by 180 over pi. Pi's cancel. So we have negative 180 over 2, which is negative 90. Now negative 90, if we don't want to deal with negative 90 and we add 360 to that, we get 270 degrees. So negative pi over 2 is the same as 270, which we know a lot more about. And then 0 radians is just the same as 0 degrees, okay? So basically what that means is I want to know what happens when I go from 270 and then I go to 0 degrees, which is also 360. Okay, so if I look at the answer choices, we're talking about the value of cosine. So I'm gonna plug in cosine of 270 in my calculator, and I'm gonna plug in the cosine of 0 in my calculator. So if I go to my calculator, now first thing I wanna watch is my mode. So we are putting a degree value in, which means you should be in degree mode. So if I press cos 270, I get 0. And then if I press cos of 0 or 360, I get 1. So if I look at my answer choices, from 270 to 0 degrees, the cosine will increase from 0 to 1, which is answer choice 4. Again, it's a trig question, so they do tend to be a little bit more difficult, okay? But when we try to take a step back and do it like that, it really doesn't make it that bad. Okay, now we're gonna look at 18, and 18 should be one where we see it and we say, okay, I know I'm going to get that question right because we have a systems of equation that we're going to plug into the matrix. So I have x plus y plus z equals 9, x minus y minus z equals negative 1, and x minus y plus z equals 21. Which value is not in the solution? So I'm gonna go to my calculator. I'm going to go to second matrix, and then I'm gonna go to edit. Now when I edit this, right now my calculator is set for 1 by 1, so I'm gonna change it to a 3 by 4. Now I'm gonna type the numbers in. So it's gonna be 1119. So 1119. Then it's gonna be 1, negative 1, negative 1, negative 1. And then it's gonna be 1, negative 1, 1, 21. So now remember, when you have the matrix in there, you press second, quit. Now we go second matrix again. We're now going to math. Now remember, the only one that we care about is the RREF, which is option B. I'm gonna go back into matrix one more time. I'm going to put matrix A into it, press enter again. So my answers is 4, negative 6, and 11. So my solution set is 4, negative 6, and 11. So now when I look at the answer choices, which one's not an answer? The answer would be negative 8, which is choice 1.